evening, everybody. I'm Bruce Glazer. Sitting next to me, returning, is Brad Crandall, Papa number one.
Yes.
How things going, buddy?
Oh, they're going good. They're going good. Running on fumes, but here I am.
Hey, one night sleep a week is good for you,
Exactly.
right? The starting lineups for this evening's game. We had microphone problems earlier. For the visitors, Megan Simpson, she will be wearing the face mask. Kaylee McDonald, Katie Williams, Caroline Brady, and Mia Quinzani. For the home team, No, Hannah Scary, Drew Hassar, Riley Spalding, and Erica Hills. And Ileana Scalabrini, which brings us to 6 Raiders, so it's a 6-on-5, which it isn't. So cross off, cross somebody off, Spalding. Spalding is not starting, so it is 5-on-5. Panthers going left to right across your TV sets, and the Raiders going right to left. Panthers dressed in red, white trim. Home team, white, blue trim. Ileana Scalabrini will jump against
Mia
Quinzani. Raiders ball. Erica Hills bringing it up. Junior in the lane. First shot of the game. A hook in. 2-0 in 9 seconds of play.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it off right there.
Watch the girl in the mask. Number 5. She's their best player. There she is. She has the ball. Her name is Simpson. Megan inside feed. Pop. We're tied.
Wow.
Caroline Brady with 2.
It's good back and forth already.
Hannah Scary brings it up. Right side for Hills. Fakes the 3 in the lane. Another hook. She's blocked. Out of bounds. White ball. I watched that last game that Holliston played, as you did, against Medway. And
Yep.
Holliston lost in overtime. What an exciting game that was.
Yeah, it was. Real close there.
No, a hook. Get out. Ball clings in the air, and it comes down to Quinzani. Mia moves it up the floor quickly with Kaylee McDonald. Right side. Williams, sideliner, off the rim. And rebound to Hills. Fly pass down the floor, and foul is Hannah Scary. She'll go to the line, shoot 2. First foul on Kaylee McDonald. First foul of the game.
Yeah, that was a nice stretch pass, too, by Erica Hill.
Young lady Simpson is the second leading scorer in the TVL. She scores 21 a game. She had 18 against Hopkinton this season, 27 against Ashland, 22 against Dedham, and she averages 21 points a game. And that's unbelievable on the women's side of things. 21 points a game is excellent.
Yeah, it is. It's very impressive.
For the home team, Hannah Scary's been averaging 11, and I'll get to her in a minute. There's some information we have about Hannah being the hometown player of the month, hometown sports player of the month. After the first quarter, I can get to that. 2-2 game. The diminutive senior at the line. Shoots a pop-up. Up in the air, comes down. Out of bounds. Ooh, red ball. It is white ball. I thought so, yeah. It went off a red player. He corrected his call, her call. Lady and the male ref officials out there. Erica Hills, left wing. Scary down low to Scalabrini. Working around to Hills. Hills drives, tries the 3. Bang!
Yeah.
5-2 Raiders.
Great shot there. Hill's almost intercepting that, too.
Quinzani holds the ball. Gets it back out to Williams. Williams looks, feeds inside to Quinzani. Outside. Kayla McDonald. Out Williams too deep. Bounds in the air. I mean in the air. And
Yeah.
it rolls out of bounds. White ball.
Yeah, did you see Caroline Brady dive for that one out of bounds? Good effort there by her.
Erica Hills has all 5 points for the Raiders.
Yeah, she's on fire. Heating up, I should say.
Scalabrini alone for a moment. Oh, that was one of those little kiss me fouls. You know, it's a little touch foul, but they got it. And that's 2 on the visitors. As the first foul on number 32, Caroline Brady. She's a captain, along with Katie Williams. Hills looks down low. Spalding throws a prayer and gets it high off the glass. That was like a hand grenade up in the air, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was crazy.
7-2 Raiders. Katie Williams into the forecourt. Gives it to the sophomore Simpson. Yeah, she's a sophomore, and she'll get better every year. She shoots, and it's really deflected, I think, by Noah. She just did, was it? Yeah.
I think so.
Scalabrini bringing it up. Switches hands.
Yeah, Quinzani goes down a little there, but gets back up.
And we've got a tie-up taken away by Simpson. McDonald for Simpson. Shoots. Scores.
Yeah, she's good. She's got quite the look, too.
Well, with the face mask helps.
Yep, and then different shoe on each foot.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
You mean different colored shoes?
Different color.
You're supposed to have different shoes on both feet, Brad. You know that, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, yeah, I see that, yeah. You know, I talked to somebody on the other side before the game at Holliston. Her nose is fine now, but she's wearing it just for safety protection. Because, you know, a little bump and she's in trouble all over again, so she protects it.
Good first foul shot there. You know what, too? Maybe it's one of those things she had it on and she just started playing really well. So,
you know, superstitions work, right?
Yeah.
For the home team, Avery O'Connell and Meredith Gibbs come on. Meredith still healing from an ACL fracture, an ACL repair. ACL repair, I got it. Scary gets another. 5 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter.
Makes them both.
9-4 Raiders. Quickly up the floor. McDonald all the way to the baseline. She holds the ball, looks for a feeder. Down low, take it away, bounds loose, and coming out of the pack is McDonald. She almost got her own pass, really. Simpson gets her out of pick, shoots a two. Down to the hands of Quinzani. Brady backs out, feed off to McDonald. And Simpson, a runner. Clang, 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 and nothing. Hills with the boards. Hills, high dribble, guarded by McDonald, goes in, doesn't score, and gets fouled. Now, here's the thing Dover-Sherborn has to watch out for. In an earlier game against Hopkinton, Brady and Quinzani had 12 and 10 rebounds, respectively. So this team can clear the boards, and so DS has to be doing some boxing out on both ends.
That one. Yeah, luckily for the Raiders, we got a couple of tall girls also. Scalabrini being one of them.
Eva St. John in, and coming out is Kaylee McDonald as well as Caroline Brady. Also in Megan Lyons, who recently had 8 points against Dedham. Press on. Simpson looks up the floor. Ball kicked. It's rolling. Fair ball. Down low it comes to Lyons. Lyons baseline, and she step out? No, it's a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor. Simpson for three. Oh, no luck there. Ricochets off the rim and the glass. Scalabrini baseline, turns around. Nice feed to Hills. She's trapped. Ball taken away from her. Scrum on the floor, rolls out of bounds. Red ball.
Yeah, O'Connell laying out for that one. Just got away from her.
Simpson trapped by O'Connell. Gets away from her. Megan up the floor. In and out.
She's got such an interesting shot.
Lead pass, Scalabrini throws it back on the court. It's picked off by Lyons. Lyons hands off for Katie Williams. The captain brings it up. Pigtail trailing, guarded by Scary. And so Lyons stolen away by Hills. Off Lyons, white ball.
Great effort there by Erica Hills.
Kurt Lorenzen is the head coach for the Holliston Panthers. They come in here 6-7. The Raiders are 8-4 on the year. It takes 10 wins to qualify for tournament. Both teams want this game. It's important. Hills for a long three. Skimmer down to Scary. Back out somehow to Scalabrini. How'd that get there?
Ball had eyes.
Yeah. She tries a runner in and out. Her own rebound. Up. Good foul.
And one. Excellent effort there by Scalabrini. She was able to get that rebound over the other two rebound stars there.
2:53 to go in this first quarter. 14-4 Raiders. Simpson. Got it by O'Connell. Throws it over the basket. Rebound controlled by a red shirt. Lyons comes in. Lyons in the paint. Outside. Williams shoots. Short. Scalabrini into the boards.
I think Hill might have got a fingertip or two on it.
In and out. Rebound easily taken by Eva St. John. Up the floor comes Simpson. Lyons for two. Two-hander.
Nothing but net.
14-6. 2:12 to go in the quarter. You're watching a live stream from Dover-Sherborn Cable TV or a playback. Proud to bring it to you.
Yes.
Hills. Nice feed. Scalabrini, a pop. Bang!
Just a great play right there.
10-point lead for the Raiders. Under 2 to go, and Holliston wants timeout.
And, you know, the coach is definitely happy about that one, Kaylee.
Yeah, they're moving the ball very well. You know, on the way down, Debbie and I were listening to a podcast from St. Louis, of course, right? And one of the broadcasters were talking about hockey in particular, but it applies to all sports. And he said, when he coached, he used the 3 E's: emotion, energy, execution. And if you can't find that as a player or as a team, you're going to have a problem in any game you play in.
Well,
and I thought that was so simply and well put. I mean, you got to be ready to play the game. And if you're not, maybe say, Coach, I don't think I want to play anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be up for every game, but you have to make yourself get up.
So what is that? Emotion, energy.
Oh, you're going to write this down for the baby.
Yeah.
Emotion, energy, execution.
I love it.
I mean, you're not going to be great every game, but you got to at least try those and work on it. Even if you're having a bad day, so what? Get into the game and use those.
I agree.
And if they're not working, you can be replaced.
Yep.
That's why you have a bench.
Exactly.
$1:55 to go in the quarter.
Even though some of these teams are so good because they rely on like those 1 or 2 like girls on the team, so it's just like you kind of sometimes the coach just waits till they get hot, you know.
Yeah, a lot of what do you call those? Knee
pads.
Thank you. I couldn't get a word. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 Panthers have knee pads.
It's not a terrible idea.
No, it's protection. That's for sure. Simpson behind her back. What a ball handler. Oh, my gosh. Feeds it off to Williams. On the floor, we got a scrum. Picking it up is Simpson somehow.
Look at On-No, though, playing excellent
She won't
defense.
give her an inch. She shoots, misses. But she's been fouled on a hand foul on No. Her first, team second. Out of bounds play to Simpson. Shoots. Rimmer. Gibbs lets it go. Good smart move by the freshman. White ball. Meredith will put it in play from the side. She's out there with Scalabrini, Scary, Hills, and No on a breakaway. What in the world? How did they not see that?
Right, Scalabrini with a great across the floor pass.
Panthers look disorganized, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They really do. And ball taken away by Scary.
Great interception there.
1 minute to go in the quarter. To Hills, Erica baseline. Foul on Williams. That's their 6th foul with the first quarter not over yet. So from now on, 1-1 at the line for Dover-Sherborn. sub coming in. Williams is out. And number 24, Lucy Baumann comes in.
I love those interceptions like that where you just run them down.
Scalabrini.
Oh.
No one boxed her out. She was all alone.
Yeah, she was favoring that ankle for a little bit, but it seems like she was able to run it off.
20-6 Raiders. Right side for 24. Baumann.
Yeah, Quinzani just got smoked.
Lyons controls the ball. Outside for Simpson. Simpson wants the shot, takes the three. Swish!
Great shot.
Yeah.
We were expecting a few of those from her today.
Yes, we were. Hill says, how about me, baseline? I turn around. On a 180, she's tied up and taken away. Oh,
Yeah,
called a foul on that?
Quinzani ripping it out of her hands.
Okay, is that what she did? I guess you're not allowed to do that, right? Spalding in, Scary out.
Gotta respect the hustle, though.
Foul on Hills, right? Yeah. Simpson
10 seconds.
drives the paint off the glass. Almost went in, just circled the rim. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't know about this one. 1 second, a shot. We have played one. Dover-Sherborn leads 20-9. So I was looking at the Emily's athletic director's webpage, her Twitter feed, and she had the hometown sports student athlete of the month. Wasn't Schubert. No. Congratulations to Hannah Scary. She's
Yes.
well deserving.
Yeah, she's great.
2-year captain, 4-year starter, 2-year TVL All-Star, averaging 11 points a game this season, shoots 64% from the charity stripe, and she's planning to study biological science next fall in college, possibly leading to a medical degree if she so chooses.
Good for her.
Yeah. And you can see why she's a student athlete with all that going for her. Congratulations. Nice family, too. The boys today are playing at Holliston. And this coming week, the girls have Millis here on Tuesday. The boys go to Millis. Then the girls have Dedham here on Friday, and the boys go to Millis. We'll cover the home games as we usually do. Both teams getting their act together for a playoff run.
Love to see it.
You know, Rockland for the girls, they're a good team. And I don't want to go back to Rockland. It was not a good experience. So hoping the girls have a lot of home court advantage. They're number 3 in Division 3, 8-4.
Wow.
Dover-Sherborn is number 8. Number 3 with an 8-4 mark. The boys are number 10, the boys' side of Division 3. So they're both in a good place. The girls are in a great place. The boys want to move up if they can.
Yeah.
Get more home games.
They have that loss recently against Westwood?
Westwood, Norwood, and Medfield.
Jeez.
Medfield, Dedham, each game was Medfield, Westwood. The game was like 4 or 5 points each of those games. Then you had a kid in here, Bodette, for the boys of Norwood. He scored 38. And that's how they won. And the kid scored 1,000 points that same week. Noah Bodette out of Norwood. I mean, they're looking at him Division 1, I think.
Whoa.
Outstanding player. Simpson. Now we start the second quarter. Ball comes into Baumann. Lucy drives around. Black sneakers. Off to the right side of Lyons. Back inside to Baumann. Lyons, they're playing catch. Baumann shoots. Baumann rims it. Ball off the red shirts back to St. John. Drive inside by Lyons, nothing doing. Baumann has it. Keeps her step. No, she didn't. She moved her pivot foot, traveling.
Yeah, they were applying a lot of pressure there, too. So
they're passing like east to west. They're not getting to the basket. And both the girls and boys are very good on defense for Dover-Sherborn to do that. They keep teams out of the basket area. Nice drive by No, but nobody went near her. Spalding the board. Got it.
yes, excellent way to follow through on that one.
Raiders very focused. And Holliston trying to find their groove.
And I think it's going to start with this one here.
Simpson turns around, a running hook. Oh, pretty. She got the right clang.
Yeah, that was definitely a fancy little play there.
22-11 Raiders, 6:55 until halftime. Debbie Glazer will have a halftime stats. Scary in, back out. Gibbs, no good. Rebound, Spalding loses. Ball bounds around to No on a kick. They don't call it a kick. Okay, Accidental kick, white ball. Scalabrini in for Gibbs. Way out deep for Scalabrini. She's going to set it up in the center point position. Spalding. No. Drives against Lyons. A runner high off the glass. Spalding has it taken away from her by Lucy Baumann.
Looks like she might have been looking for a foul there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Good
Nice
interception.
kickoff, lead pass. Hills can't control it. Oh, Simpson, nice hands, takes it away. Up the floor she comes. Megan switches hands. Megan driving, pops, bang!
Wow.
She's fun to watch.
Yeah, she is.
She plays like a senior, but she's only a 10th grader.
Yikes.
Hills sets, overshoots, rebounds. Spalding does not keep it in bounds. Red ball.
Remember that Piston who wore the face shield? I think it was Rip Hamilton, I think.
No, I don't. Sorry.
What's going on here?
I don't know, maybe a pizza order. I have no idea. Is Sebastian shooting for Instagram tonight?
Yes, he is.
Taken away by No. Turning around right to left. No comes over the Raider at midcourt. Got it by Lyons. No drives outside to Hills. Hills comes in the lane. Tries a hook off the glass. Doesn't get it. And she'll go to the line and shoot a couple.
I like how she set that up, though. She got all the way down there, good patience, and got a shot up. That was quality, even though she was fouled.
Gibbs in for No. 23-13 Raiders. They've controlled the game from the outset. Scalabrini's got it. Nice feed. Gibbs off the glass and in.
2 points. I like when Gibbs comes off the bench and gets some points.
Outside to Lyons. Lyons needs some help. She finally gets it from St. John. Eva. They bumped into each other. Simpson away with it. Simpson hop steps. Throws it. Looked nice, but Scary climbs above everybody for the rebound. Breakaway pass to Hills. She lays it up. No good.
Yeah, Quinzani rushing back and disrupting that.
Simpson off the mark.
Seems like she just runs and puts up prayers, but they're all pretty close.
Subs coming in. Kaylee McDonald will return along with Caroline Brady for the Panthers. Scary bringing it up. Scalabrini top of the key, says I'll take a three. Rebound inside. Lost by Gibbs, taken away and stolen back by Gibbs. Hills, paint, outside the paint for Scalabrini. Outside for Gibbs, she fakes, comes baseline, has nothing. And the ball goes off a red shirt.
I liked your rhyme, by the way. She's at the top of the key and says, hey, I'm going to take a three.
It's there, take it, right?
Yep.
Scalabrini outside for Hills. She works it right around a pick. Hooks back into Riley on a give and go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Panther ball.
Sub O'Connell coming in for Spalding.
Megan up the floor. Here's her coach in the background, Simpson. O'Connell tight on her. Short bunny, no good. It's only a bunny if you make it. Otherwise, I think it's a Tyrannosaurus. Scary bringing it up. Nice, ooh, over the head of Avery O'Connell. Missed timing. Red ball. So do you have a camera in the baby's crib?
I don't have one set up. We do have one though.
Why can't you get Cam to go down and just video
Yeah.
for the whole
Yeah.
24/7?
Well, I mean, we've taken so many photos and videos of her already, so.
Yeah. You'll need a new phone
I
soon.
know, seriously.
You'll run out of space.
So funny.
It is, especially the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Scalabrini to Gibbs, back to Scary. She fakes, comes right wing, turns around, feet inside for Gibbs. Goes out of bounds, white ball.
Yeah, Hannah with a good thought on that turnaround bounce pass there.
It's funny, your first baby, you take every picture in the world. The second baby, and you hand the kid the camera and say, take your own pictures. Scalabrini, no.
Yeah, I was the second child, so I got like 3 pictures.
And they were all yesterday, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Simpson, a runner. No good.
Yeah, I had to take them myself.
Selfies.
Yeah.
Erica Hills. I got a what do you call
What,
it?
over, under?
Over under, yeah. She palmed the ball, I guess you would
Oh,
call
yeah.
it, yeah. She turned it over. Next time out, I got a short story for you about babies. People are changing channels, and as I say that. Out of bounds is Katie Williams.
It's funny because it's like you realize how many people love babies, too.
Oh, my gosh.
You know?
As long as it's not their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Kaylee McDonald bounces for Brady. Force feed taken away by Gibbs. Scalabrini brings it up, looks up the floor, keeps her head up, looks for an open body. Comes back to Hills. She's going to do it in the paint. Boing. Down to the arms of, I think that was Brady. No, it wasn't. It was Quinzani. Caroline Brady having trouble with Scary defending her. Turns it around. And a foul on Scary. She couldn't avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
She was in her face, and as soon as the other player made a move, Scary fouled her. Holding the fourth on the Raiders. First on Hannah. And right in front of us, just to our right, Lucy Bauman will put it in play. Erica Hills in her vision. Feed to 32, Brady. Taken away by Scary on the floor. Scrum, tie up. It'll be red ball.
Scary, showing off that Scary defense.
$2:37 to go in the first half. I did miss your sense of humor, though. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially when I'm doing the games myself, and it's like, stop talking so much.
So
you run
fun.
out of things to say. Actually, you're talking to an audience, but you're really talking to yourself.
Sure.
In reality.
Do you ever just like watch a game at home and just
Cringe?
do it?
No. I'll watch a game that I did poorly, and then I'll watch it and say, hey, that wasn't so bad. Because my wife will tell you, I'm my own biggest critic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And the way to get better is to keep striving. You're never perfect.
Exactly.
Scary with the ball right side of Hills. Erica drives. Has nothing. Back up to Scary. They work around the perimeter. Avery O'Connell for Scalabrini. Scalabrini wanted to shoot. Got nothing. Avery O'Connell. Hills. Bang!
Great shot.
28-13 Raiders.
She's such a threat back there from 3-point. She's actually a threat all over the court.
Simpson. In and out. That shot will get much better as she gets more mature and experienced.
What an effort there from
Yeah,
Simpson.
she got it back. Absolutely. Williams, baseline, double teamed. Forces a pass outside for Brady. Simpson says, look at this. It's short. And I think that's, nice play. It got a tie-up. Loose ball. Coming away is Hills from Scary.
I've never seen anyone else shoot the way she does, too.
Who?
Simpson.
Yeah. She got, it's not smooth. How's
No,
that?
yeah. I mean,
She gets to the same place, but it's kind of, what's the word? There's a word for it.
it's different. It's different.
It's not a smooth motion. It's sort of like a bunch of small mini motions.
Yeah.
Erica Hill's getting a nice hand from the crowd as she comes out. Except it wasn't her. It was Avery O'Connell, 23. 33 Hills is at the line.
It's smooth in its own way, right?
Yeah, that'll work, Brad.
Yes.
Lyons coming in. She'll relieve Williams. And making her first appearance in a while, Amari Hughes will come in for Scalabrini. 1:33 to go in the half, Brad. Hill shoots and misses. She gets her own rebound. Outside to No. Hills. Scary against Simpson. Good D by Simpson. They're on 2-3 zone being shown by Holliston on defense. Ball bounds around, taken down by who else but Simpson.
Yeah, Gibbs was in a crowd and just tried to force that shot up.
Lyons looking for some help. Gets it inside to the Brady girl. Actually, that was Brady. Yeah, 13 has it. Back to Lyons. McDonald, nothing to do with it. Nice drive inside by Brady. They can't buy a basket right now.
Excellent play there by number 20. Hughes is getting up there.
Hughes playing down low. Outside to No. She maintains the dribble. Outside to Hughes. Hills looking. Gibbs. Shoots. Rebound. Nice boxing out by Lyons. Young lady drives the other way. Pass up the floor to the Brady. Brady scores.
Yeah, good patience there. Hughes was coming from behind, and she just waited a second, let Hughes pass in the air, and boom.
Down to 10 seconds to go in the half. No shot clock. Foul. 1-1 at the line. I think Erica Hills. Yep. One of the problems coming in here for Holliston was too many turnovers during the season. They do rebound well, as we've seen, and they tend to run the ball well. And I can agree to all that, except they don't score a lot of points in this first half.
Yeah.
And that's put them into a problem because they're down by a 2-1 margin, 30-15, with one more shot coming. Holliston won out of their last 7 games. They won 4 in a row. Then they lost their last 3. So they're just a team that hasn't found its identity.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, 6 and 7. That tells it. In and out. 6 seconds to go. Lyons going to run it. Lyons decides. Nothing. And she waited too long. Half's going to end.
Is it fair to say, Bruce, that they live and die through the masked bandit?
I guess. 6 points in that quarter for Holliston after a 9-point first quarter, Brad. Only 10 in this quarter for the Raiders, but in reality, they didn't need more. They're up 30-15 at the half. We'll take a water break, and we'll be back with the second half momentarily. You are watching Dover-Sherborn Cable TV Sports.
I'm Senator Ed Markey, and I want to talk to you today about something that's really important to communities all across Massachusetts, and that's cable access television stations, public, educational, and government channels, also known as PEG, give viewers critical information about what's going on in their communities, and they offer an important platform for every local resident to have their voice heard. From Falmouth to Framingham, from Pittsfield to Provincetown, local access television serves as our 21st century town squares where the issues of the day are discussed and people's voices can be heard. With 220 PEG organizations in Massachusetts alone producing anywhere from 20 to 100 hours per week of programming for each one of those stations, these channels connect us to our communities and they enrich our lives. These channels monitor local city council meetings. They receive the latest news from nearby college campuses. They relay critical emergency alerts. And throughout this ongoing pandemic, local access channels are using their reach into our living rooms to help keep us safe and connected. From sharing updates and information on COVID-19 in each individual community, to streaming virtual graduation ceremonies and concerts, we owe our PEG stations a tremendous debt of gratitude for the public service they provide during this difficult time. But despite their service, these critical community television stations are at risk. In 2019, the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, proposed a new rule that would change the regulations. And it will allow cable companies to shirk their obligations to the communities where they operate. Every single community in Massachusetts. Because you see, currently, local governments are allowed to require cable companies to meet demonstrated community needs by providing contributions that benefit schools, public safety buildings, and community television stations. Yet the FCC's proposal would allow cable companies to assign a value to public access channels and then subtract that amount and the value the company places on any other in-kind contributions it makes from the normal fees that that company owes. In short, the community stations are left carrying an unfair burden, an unjust burden, at a time when local newspapers and other sources of local information are struggling. Now is the time when we should be exploring ways to expand, not subtract, from ways that residents can learn about their communities. This access to information is worth protecting. And that's why I am reintroducing the Protecting Community Television Act legislation that would ensure that community television channels receive the resources they need to educate, to inform local residents. My bill will ensure that in this era of increased media consolidation and globalization, that the public, educational, and government channels that lift up local voices and air programming most relevant to you and your family's lives are preserved. The movement across Massachusetts and the country is growing and echoing this call. And together, we're saying loud and clear that community television must be preserved. So thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to what the PEG channels do for every community every single day. We have to fight to protect it. It's at the heart of democracy. It's at the heart of ensuring that every voice has a way in the community to be heard. So I'm with you. Let's win this battle. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Dover-Sherborn warmed up at halftime, and Holliston just returning, Brad, to the bench. They're not getting any warm-ups. I think their coach had a long conversation at halftime, so they don't get to loosen up at all. He's Brad Crandall. I'm Bruce Glazer, Debbie Glazer on stats. We had Chip with the long last name.
McStravic.
That was good. Running the first half camera. And Elsa
Sukso.
is running the second half camera.
Welcome, Elsa.
Scoring in the first half, leading scorer Erica Hills with 13. Eliana Scalabrini had 7. Hannah Scarry, Riley Spalding had 4 each, and Meredith Gibbs had 2.
Yeah, we were talking at the half, too, about how important Hills is to this team and how she's a bit of a staple.
Well, when she lights up, the rest of the team lights up.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, she is a captain, so.
McDonald's out there with Williams. And Simpson, who doesn't get a breather. Also Brady and Quinzani, their starters from the first half. Scary, Spalding, No, Hills, and Scalabrini for the home team. So both teams with the same starters as the first half. Pop, nothing. Spalding deflected it, nice play. Holliston has it back outside to you-know-who. Simpson waits. She wants to drive around the pick. Inside, shot, no good. For all that, a lot of clock time, but no basket. Scalabrini as they switch baskets this quarter, half. Hills wants some help. She wants a pick, but too late. No. To Scalabrini for 3. Bang!
Hey, Trey.
3-0 in the second half, Raiders. They build their total score 33-15 Raiders. Simpson, nothing. Hands off to McDonald. Kaylee in the foul lane. She gets deflected. Nice up and in. I believe that was Mia Quinzani.
Yep. I have a funny story about Quinzani. I can tell you in a little bit.
Next whistle. Scalabrini 1-on-2. Oh, nice play, but she lost her pivot foot, sort of, by a little. That's all that matters. Simpson bringing it up.
Yeah, I almost thought it was going to be a foul. And one.
Simpson goes around a pick, but Riley Spalding's right on her. She forces a shot and gets fouled. So tell me your Quinzani story.
Oh, so I used to work with them. I used to work with her dad.
Did she have a brother last year? That name sounds familiar.
So they're two brothers.
Okay.
And this was the other one. The other one lives in Millis.
Oh, so that's what it was. It was a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So are they they're brothers?
They're brothers, yeah. So this is the other one's daughter.
I got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you used to do landscaping, right?
Yep.
Did he say hi to you, or is he ignoring you?
I don't know if he recognized me.
Well, your new dad. How would he? You look different.
It's true.
33-18.
I'll have to say hi to him after.
Yeah, but he's turned his back to you.
How rude.
You like that one, huh? Too deep by Scary. Rebound easily to Spalding's hands. Make that Hills, if you will. Scalabrini in the paint. Nice down low. She fakes. She comes back out to no. It's deflected. White ball.
Yeah, Raiders are definitely playing their game here today. See if they can maintain this.
2-3 zone by Holliston. Off the orange. Scary in position for the rebound. To no. To Scary. 3.
Ooh, I really thought that was going in.
Yeah, I did too. Ricocheted off the orange rim and the glass. White ball in the tie-up. Hills way outside. Scalabrini goes in. Ugh, she got
fouled, hit her nose.
Whoa, they're calling the travel first. She got hammered.
Yeah, she did.
But she moved the pivot foot, and that travel call, then she got hammered. It doesn't hurt any less, though.
No, I bet she wishes she was wearing the mask on that one.
Yeah. Simpson turns around, back outside. Kaylee McDonald for Williams.
Oh.
And that was just a poor pass.
Yeah, and Hannah was all over it.
Yeah. Bounce pass to no. On, looks around. Lots of movement inside. Back outside to Scalabrini. Picks it up by Spalding. Give and go to Scalabrini. She got nothing. Hannah fakes the 3 in the paint. She gets hammered herself. No call. She got hit. I don't know why they're just calling it action rather than a foul, but she did get hit.
I was hoping she was going to put up that 3 after Scalabrini passed it back to her.
Simpson off the rim. Back out to Brady. Over to Williams. Katie Williams slowing it down. Drew Hassad getting set to come into the game for the Raiders. Looks around a pick. Simpson shoots and
in and out.
No score. Short. Spalding. And I got to say, as well as the Panthers can rebound, Dover-Sherborn's been dominating.
Yeah, totally.
Scalabrini, slipped out. Back to no for 3. Short. Spalding fouled, and Riley will go to the line and shoot.
Who got that foul? Was that Brady?
I don't know.
No, they're saying Quinzani.
That's Quinzani's 3rd. Yeah, it is Quinzani, her 3rd. Assar comes in for Scary. Good move to give her a breather. One more coming. Spalding, a senior captain. along with Scary and Hills, 3 captains. She makes both, 35-18. She's one of the quieter players who just does her job.
She is. She grinds back there. She's got some good height, too. Whoa, Simpson.
And by the way, that wasn't Hassar who came in. I apologize. It was Gibbs. I looked quickly at the face and got the wrong player. Hills around 2 screens in a sense. Outside 2. Scalabrini off the deep part of the rim. Hills off the glass. Nothing.
I don't even see Hassar on the bench, Bruce.
Yeah, she's sitting next to one of the coaches. I think third body in. Isn't that her?
No,
No, it's not.
it's not
Are
her.
you sure?
Nope.
Yeah, it is. It's 24.
It's not 24.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. The one in the black shirt?
Oh, the one next to the black shirt. Is that Avery O'Connell? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know where she is. Her brother tells us nothing, right? Hook shot Williams off the glass. Down to Scalabrini's tall hands. Scalabrini turns it around. Flying up the floor, bounces to Gibbs. Gibbs holds it in. Gibbs loses the dribble and then maintains.
You know, Hassar's a great athlete, too. And definitely good to have on the bench
Hills is short. Lions with the rebound.
or as a starter.
Williams. I don't know what she was doing, and neither does she. She should have gone all the way.
Yeah.
She thought she had an open body on the left, and she didn't. Eliana Scalabrini.
Was that a charge?
Yeah, but you know something? It was. I didn't think the defensive play was fully set.
No, I don't think so either. I would totally agree with you.
Yeah, that was not a good call. But just the same, it's red ball as Lucy Bauman's come in and we get a timeout. So, okay, our first kid, who's now 41 years old, okay, first baby. We live in Quincy, and we just got in cable TV. So it's like 18th century, right? So I'm sitting down, watching TV. I changed his diaper. All of a sudden, I look up at the ceiling. Is it raining? And I look down. Oh my gosh, it's raining, but not from the ceiling.
Oh, no.
And it was like, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
And as a parent, you learn by your mistakes. And those are the big ways you learn, Brad.
Yeah.
You do something wrong once, and and your wife will come home and say, "You did it, huh? Won't do that again,
Yeah,
will you?" And
exactly.
you learn. That's how you learn about babies.
You know what's funny, too, is, like, even my dad was saying, he's like, all this new technology, like, we didn't have any of this, you know? It's just, like, bottles that have, like, a straw in it to make it, like, less airy and all
Right,
this
right.
other stuff, you know? Like, there's so many things that require phone apps now and, like,
But you
just
still
insane.
got to change your diaper.
yes.
They don't have a robot for that
I
yet.
know, right? Hey, that's $1 million idea,
There you go. That would be interesting.
right? Babies are too fragile. You need, like,
sure
a
are.
real gentle robot.
Oh yeah.
But strong enough to wrestle kid legs.
You're wrestling the baby already?
A little bit, yeah. She's
Yeah.
got strong legs. Yeah.
I'm calling the ASPCA or somebody. Child
Hey,
services.
you can change your diaper. You can see.
I haven't done it in a long time, Brad. There's a reason for that. That's why they're
Be
called
my-
grandkids.
Be my guest.
Simpson, bat and roof. Short. I like the shot, but it went off to the right. She'll get her shot much better. I'm sure she's playing AAU ball. She'll be better in her junior year. 2:35 to go in the quarter. 35-20 Raiders. Gibbs left side to Scary. Long one, way short. And you were right about Drew Hassar. She's not even on the bench.
Yeah.
Simpson feeds, taken away by Hills. It was intended for St. John, but Hills had it. Just Scalabrini quickly up the floor, outside. Gibbs, runner, left-hander, just off the short of the iron. Bounds down, and it comes to the Brady girl. Simpson. Foul on the floor, fourth against the Raiders. It's on. First foul on Gibbs. Scary comes out, and
O'Connell,
Was it O'Connell?
I think.
Okay, came in.
Hello, O'Connell with some energy.
Candy Klebda subbing up.
Yeah, and for the record, I'm not wrestling the baby. I'm not giving her a sharpshooter.
Okay. But you did get.
Right.
She does have a hockey stick, though, right?
No, I gotta get her one.
A little one. Simpson drives. I don't know.
Yeah.
She tries to do too much.
She was looking for the foul, shaking her head at the ref.
Gibbs is open.
She thought about it.
She got hit. She'll go to the line. I'm not seeing a lot of spread out scoring by Holliston.
No.
It seems like it's Simpson or nobody.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And as a sophomore who's not putting a lot of points on the board, they're in trouble. They only have 20, and we're late in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
They got a deep bench. They don't use a lot of it. First shot by Gibbs goes in. Wasn't it Brett Stock years ago for the boys who had two different colored sneakers?
Yep, it was.
Just like Simpson, right?
Good memory, yeah.
Yeah. Simpson baseline. Simpson,
The Sultan of swag.
Scalabrini with the same kind of sneakers. Just throws it up. It's just twirled around and tie up for a jump ball. We have an injured player. Brady she got whacked in the face.
Poor girl. She's crying.
And they're going to take her off the floor. Officials timeout.
Caroline Brady. Grimacing in pain. Let's hope that she's okay. Yeah, good call, Bruce. Give her a little hand here for an injury.
Trainer over there talking to her. She's sitting down and back.
Let's hope her nose is all right.
Yeah.
Or she'll have to borrow Simpson's mask.
Timeout call to settle things down. Wait, remember, I told you about, what was it, a week ago? Yeah, the last game, girls' game we did. We were playing Westwood. Yeah, and one of the Westwood fans got thrown out, and a girl for Westwood was at the foul line, and they were all distracted because they knew the person thrown out.
Oh.
And the coach called timeout to settle her players because you can't let them play like that. They're not focused. And so I think that's what happened here. He called timeout to settle his kids because they're all worried about their teammate.
Yeah, true. Let's hope she's okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that we see somebody here with a face mask, and then all of a sudden we see two girls without the face mask get hit in the face.
Yeah. She looks okay, and I'm only saying that from a visual.
Yeah.
But she's shaken up.
Yeah, she is. Pointing to like her cheekbone, I believe. I don't know. The cheekbones are very strong.
Especially when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
1:03 to go in the quarter, 17-point lead for the Raiders. Lions will put it in play. The junior hands off to who else? Simpson bringing it up the floor.
You think she's going to shoot it on this one?
I have no idea.
Of course. Fouled.
If she could only get him in the hoop, she'd go for a three-point play.
Right.
It's just my estimation is they're just depending on her too much.
Oh, completely.
And she's not ready for that kind of workload.
At least not tonight.
No.
No question, she's an excellent player. But that's like we were talking about, how a team needs like a few people to count on here and there.
Nice shooting by Simpson.
Even Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen, right?
True. 37-22 Raiders. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Gibbs.
Nice layup there.
39-22. 40 seconds make it. Simpson behind her back. Lions outside. for St. John.
Scouse.
Knocked away. Great D.
Brady to her feet now on the sidelines. Good to see.
Simpson off to the right. It's one and done for Holliston. They don't get many rebounds this game.
No.
Dover-Sherborn's keeping him away from the basket. Scalabrini, 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Safety valve to Hills. Looking across, O'Connell fakes with 4 seconds on the clock. Hills out of bounds. Foul.
That's weird. I thought she had all ball on that one.
I did too. Yeah.
I think she did.
Yeah.
Eva St. John was even like, what?
And the official has a different angle than we do.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a good angle in that one. Hills will shoot. 1 second to go in the quarter. So after this basket, we've got our quarter score. 40-22 right now. 41-22.
It's got to hurt if you're Holliston.
Well, it does. Now, I'll give you the totals of this. Okay, the totals, Holliston, 3 quarters, 6, 9, and 7 for 22 points. You're not hitting double figures. Now, the Raiders aren't tearing the place down, but 20, 10, 11 will beat this team any day.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
41-22 with a quarter to go. I don't think we'll see Caroline Brady for the rest of the game. I don't know where she went, but
Well, I saw her. She was sitting down, and then she stood up. So there is a chance she may be back, but yeah, you might be right. We'll keep an eye out for 32 in the red uniform.
yeah, we just hope she's okay. I think she might be in the trainer's room getting looked at. Next home game for the girls. Actually, they have 2 next week. The last week of January, first week of February. On Tuesday, they host Millis, and then on Friday, Denham will bring them live stream at 6:30 p.m. on Dover-Sherborn Cable TV.
Mm-hmm.
There she is. She's on the bench with an ice pack. Yeah. So Brady's on the bench with an ice pack on her left cheek. But you're right. You'd rather have it, if you had a choice, cheek versus nose, you go with the cheek.
Yeah, exactly.
Small contingent here to our left from Holliston, and good number of fans, usual number here, to support the girls from Dover-Sherborn. Parents and friends, and students.
Mm-hmm.
Scalabrini will put in play right in front of us. Hills brings it up. Over the timeline she comes, back to Scalabrini. Tries 1-on-4 and shoots. Up in the air it comes, down it comes. Scalabrini forces, try to draw a foul. White ball, it's white ball and deflection off red.
Megan Lyons, I believe, got a hand on that that shot. Second effort shot by Scalabrini.
Foul on the floor, 4th against Holliston.
Hey, perhaps my daughter will be a little basketball player.
You never know. I just know I won't be calling her games. Oh, deflection off Gibbs back to no.
I have to bring you back for that.
From where we don't know. Yeah. Down the corner to Hills. She's guarded by number 20, Josie Quinn. Scalabrini, good.
Oh, nice 2 points there.
43-22 Raiders. Lions, left side. Lions all the way.
Oh, almost.
Nobody in their team really got hot during this game. You notice
I know.
that? They never had a scoring streak. Walk.
Mm.
In comes Isabel Glenn Smith, hyphenated, Glenn Smith. Glenn Smith comes in for Lions. No, Lions going out of bounds, take the ball. And coming out was Oh no, somebody. I lost the number.
Oh, sorry. I was... Simpson. Wow.
It's a nice shot.
She has had some highlights tonight.
No. Scalabrini outside to Hills. Feed inside. A forced pass, and Riley gets fouled. Spalding go to the line. Caroline Brady sitting with the ice pack in her hand. And, she's talking to her teammates. She seems better. She's smiling a little bit now. But that's a shock to the system.
Yeah, it is.
You get hit like that.
She plays an important role on this Panthers team. Did you say she was the leading rebounder on the team, her and Quinzani, right?
Yeah. One out of two. Oh, lane. Offensive. Forget that point. Lane violation. 43-24.
You know what the best thing about the mask is that it's like the nose is always like oversized.
Oh, yeah. Bunny.
One size fits all.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand can wear it.
Hills, Scalabrini, back to Scalabrini. Hills drives the baseline, feeds it back out. Uh-oh, here comes Simpson on a breakaway. 2 on none. Simpson lays it in.
Oh, nicely done.
43-26, rolling down to 6 minutes to go in this game.
Oh, miscommunication.
No had her eyes in the stars, and she missed that ball. Coming back in is Kaylee McDonald. Lions coming out.
Yeah, always got to be aware on the floor. You never know where a pass is going to come from, especially in the hands of Scalabrini.
Simpson outside. Long bomb way off the mark by Josie Quinn. Hills, 5:45 to go in the fourth. Left side, they work it back to Scalabrini. Hughes back in the game. Amari hands off. Hills gets a bounce pass. Scary. They're just killing time. Scalabrini for three. Boom!
It's great. Great shot. Nothing but net.
20-point lead for the Raiders. Surprised they're not subbing up more now.
I think that's Scal's second three-pointer in her second attempt. If I'm not mistaken.
Timeout red. I don't think there's a foul, just a timeout. Quinzani on the previous play has 4 fouls now, so she's one away from fouling out. Did you ever know the kids in the family?
I think I knew them when they were tiny babies.
Yeah.
But yeah, hardworking dads they got.
Well, if you're in landscaping business, yeah.
Yeah, sprinklers. Chiz landscaping.
This your first time out of the house since the baby?
Yeah, basically.
Is it really? You do hockey this weekend?
I gotta see if I can get some
Permission?
coverage. Yeah,
Get a hall
get
pass?
some coverage here. Trust me, I want to.
Yeah, I understand. It gets better, Brad.
Yep. I hope so. No, it's good. It's not bad. It's rewarding, you know.
The problems just change as you go
Yeah,
along,
exactly.
You know?
It's nice to have grandma in town and support from
Absolutely.
family and close friends. You know, another thing that I never knew is like a lot of people just like cook you meals and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a nice.
There are services, yeah.
That was a nice surprise.
Well, you're in a city,
Yeah.
and the city has more services usually. Pop, no good. Scalabrini with the boards. Line drive to Scary. Hannah. Glass it in.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Spalding stays with Simpson. Simpson runs 3/4 of the floor already and shoots a long one. You can just see she's tired. She's not getting good shots up. Forces it over the basket.
I think the whole team's just like, their strategy is to pass to Simpson.
I don't like it.
No.
Missed that one. She was 3 in a row.
Look, is she going to get it again?
Forced shot by Glenn Smith. Finally, after so many shots, White has the ball. 4:10 to go. Scary all the way. Draws the foul on the retreating Sarah Cushman.
It's like, think about how practice goes. It's like, all right, you get the ball, you pass it to Simpson.
I don't like it.
No.
I mean, I'm looking at her now. She's exhausted. Hands on hips. Got to look at her face like...
She's frustrated. And
Oh, yeah.
the bad thing, too, is like she's probably blaming herself on this game, which she shouldn't.
And if she was a senior, it's one thing. But she's a sophomore. Get her off the
Yeah.
floor. Let her sit and relax. She doesn't need to be out here for this. She's done her job.
Too much pressure.
(49-26). This will be the 9th win of the year for the Raiders. They'll become 9-4. The visitors will drop to 6-8. Remember, you need 10 wins to make tournament. Outside Williams, double team Williams, nothing. Back out between the legs of number 24, Bauman. Finally, she sees Simpson. Simpson's like twins. She's out everywhere. Screen, and she shoots a long one.
Off the mark.
And the coach has no one to replace her. Simpson shoots again. That's
Off again.
5 shots she's taken, Brad. Not hit a one.
Yeah. I think her percentage isn't the best today.
No, and as a coach, you don't want it to get into her head.
Yeah.
Time out somebody, I think White. I think they're going to sub up. And I would like to see Simpson sit down. I'd like to see Scalabrini, Scary. I'd like to see them sit down. Hills. They've played hard and long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they basically have this game ramped up.
3:30 to go, 49-26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to use some of your bench.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Kleb is going to do that.
You know, these kids practice with the team. They go through the same, time schedule as everybody else who plays. They can get some time on the floor, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Kleb decides to do.
At the end of the game, we're going to have the player introductions that we didn't have before the game. So I hope Holliston knows they can't go home till we have
there you go.
the outroductions. Those of you who weren't here for the live stream, there were no player introductions. There were technical problems. And the national anthem struggled through.
It was kind of funny.
I was hoping both teams would just sing it out loud.
I was
Put it
hoping
along.
so, too. That would have been amazing.
Our camera lady's getting tired. She's stretching now. She's doing yoga out there. You all right? Okay? Yeah, she's okay.
She's very active.
Thank you, Elsa. Hannah Scary. 3:24 to go. Outside to Mary Hughes. And we do have a replacement. Look at that. Outside to Scary. She shoots up in the air and in.
That was a perfect shot.
Leah Hills is in the game. Younger sister of Erica. Ball in for 24. Shot short by Bauman. Out of bounds play going the other way. 3 minutes on the nose to go in the game. Scary. Line drive for Hills. Scalabrini. Amari Hughes. Back to Scalabrini. Outside to Scary. Runner. Good.
You know, Scary can just be the best person on the floor sometimes.
Depends on the matchups.
Yeah. And if she's got that confidence going,
Yeah.
it's like she can't miss.
Katie Williams. She walked.
And she's had that since she was a freshman, remember?
Just sort
She's
of
like getting all these
she had it in
points.
8th grade.
I know, it's
we
true.
watched her practice. Eva St. John's come in. And out of the game, finally, is Katie Williams. getting a breather. Matter of fact, Simpson's out too. Happy for her. She may need oxygen.
All right, how can she breathe with that mask?
Leah Hills handed off to Hughes. Hills to Hughes. Scalabrini running some clock.
You know those masks come in clear also?
Yeah, do they?
Yep.
Wish they came in red.
Oh, that was
Team colors.
That's a good idea.
Polka dot. Out of bounds.
They're like skeletal face.
Let's not go that far. So we're looking at Leah Hills, the freshman at the line, I think. Or is it not a... No, I made that up. It's 1-1. I thought so. It's 1-1. She has Dover-Sherborn blue sneakers, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. You need to get you some of those, Bruce.
Not in her size, though.
No. Double that, right?
Wise guy. 1 out of 2. Rebound controlled by Eva St. John. Shot short. We run it the other way. Scalabrini. Timeout.
Klebda.
White.
Interesting.
She's going to put a freshman in the game. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't see any more black uniforms on the bench, so see a whole swap, I'm thinking.
Black uniforms?
I mean black, like warm-up shirts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had me there.
Keep warm shirts. It's technically like a little bit of a uniform, but not. And now you got to see if they're going to bring Simpson back or if they're going to also use their bench as well. Well, she's standing up.
Is she really?
Yep, she's talking to the coach right
No,
there.
she's just talking to the coach. They're just saying, hey, how's your nose? Feels good, coach. So we're looking at Mia Griebel. We're looking at Amari Hughes, Leah Hills, Ruby Fielding, and 15, who is Miss No Name.
Yeah, wow.
I'll get that by next week,
The greenhorns out here.
so to speak.
Yes,
A lot of freshmen.
So to speak.
Amari Hughes, $1:33 to go in the game. Nice control by Gribble. Hands off to 32 Fielding. Outside to Hills. They work it across court to magical number 15. Amari Hughes, the most experienced player on the floor, with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Force.
Oh!
Good!
Oh my goodness, that was a highlight right there.
Certainly was.
From the no-name 15. She's certainly not a no-name, but
She got a huge smile on that face.
she deserves it. That was actually an amazing hoop.
She drove through a pack and scored. Lions will go to the line and shoot 2.
She drove through the whole pack and just had an immaculate layup.
Megan's a junior. Bends the knees, puts a nice soft shot up. It's too deep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an updated roster, I wonder? Can you look at your roster? Is there another side to that? I mean, you see 15.
Oh my God.
Is she there?
Monica Gibbs.
What?
Monica Gibbs.
So she's the other Gibbs. Jeez. I think the Bee Gees are back.
Jeez Louise, huh? Those Gibbs sisters got some skills.
Lions. Scores.
Yeah, that was nice there.
Mia Gribble. Over to Hughes. Gibbs. Gibbs holds the ball. Looks around a screen. 15 seconds. Coach says, don't foul. Basically, let's get the game over with. Gibbs No shot clock, 6 seconds. I don't think they're going to shoot, boys and girls.
Nah, let's just hold on to this win. And that's what they did.
So looking at this breakdown, first quarter, Holliston, 9 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second, 7 in the third, 6 in the fourth. That won't get you a win many times. Raiders 20, 10 in the second quarter, 11 in the third, and 15 in the fourth quarter for a 2-1 margin, 56-28.
Yeah, what a game there. You know, the Raiders started off hot. Holliston, not so much. And they were just able to carry on with that energy throughout the game.
And the final Debbie Glazer stats, leading scorer, Erica Hills with 13. Oh, I went the wrong way, sorry. Erica Hills was still the leading scorer with 15. I lied about the whole thing. Deb, you're going to have to help me here.
Look at that.
Eliana Scalabrini had 15. And
Scalabrini and Simpson looks like they're close friends.
Hills has 17, right? Yeah, it's got to be. 17 for Hills, Scalabrini with 15, 11 for Hannah Scary, 5 for Raleigh Spalding, 6 for Meredith Gibbs, 2 for our friend the other Gibbs, and 1 for Leah Hills. That's it for us. We'll see you in the coming days against some more with some more DS girls basketball. For Brad, myself, Debbie, and Cam and Elsa, we thank you for watching our live stream and our cablecast of Dover-Sherborn girls basketball. Until next time, so long, everyone.